Hey guys, my name's Trevor,
I am Nick.
and you're listening to Shots and Thoughts. Cheers. Alright guys, this is episode 4. We've made it to episode 4 of this podcast, and today, what are we drinking, Nick?
Today we be sipping on 100% agave tequila silver. It's a Kirkland. It's from Costco.
Bargain shopping on our tequila. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it agave?
I have no idea.
Agave, and isn't it like, I think it's the agave plant, and I think it's like, apparently according to my dad, you don't get a hangover after. I don't know if that's true. I've gotten that information from multiple people now. They can drink a shit ton of this stuff, and just like the next day they feel perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've heard you say that before, and I've heard your dad say that. But like, I've never drank enough tequila to like really assume a hangover would be present, so I don't really know if like it's effective or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like any alcohol, if you were to have a chaser that's sugary, no matter what, you're going to get pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have a hangover the next day. I think it's the sugar that does it, like, mostly, I guess. Don't know if that's very true. So today, guys, we have quite a few eyes watching us. We got Bridget, as usual. We got the lovely Sydney over there, and we got the lovely Kyle over here, my brother Kyle, and they'll be on the aftercast smash. We'll try to get everybody on to say hi at least once. Yeah. So we've been gone for a while. There's going to be a delay. This one's going to come out a little late, but we both went on a trip.
Yeah. I was in New York.
That's
Trevor.
exciting. I was in Haifa, Israel. Yeah. Israel with all the Israelis, you know? With all them Israelis.
I've never been out of the country. I mean, the furthest I've gone from here is like down to like the Bahamas, but I don't even know if that's considered out of the country because I think it's a U.S. territory.
Is it?
I don't know.
Anybody? Bahamas, U.S. territory?
It is?
It is? Okay, yeah.
All right, because I didn't need a passport, so I just went.
Correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, we're full of false information.
I'm not
here
a
on this
geographist.
podcast. A geographist or a comologist.
No.
Either of the two.
Neither of those things, and I don't want to be the first.
God damn it.
I'd like to be the second.
How was your New York trip?
It was cold. The weather over there is a lot different from how it is over here, because like here, like it's cold, but it's like a moist cold. And I guess it's like you can feel like the moisture in the air, but like in New York, it was like dry, and it snowed so heavy on the first day that I was there. But like, there are so many delis in Brooklyn.
Delis. Good delis though.
All of them, according to everyone, each one is the best one in Brooklyn. Everyone has
that's
their
pretty
own
helpful.
favorite. Like,
yeah.
and like apparently, I heard from one of the locals that we were talking to there, that everyone has a bodega. Like, there's the amount of bodegas in the city is equal to the amount of people. And
Okay.
like,
What is a bodega?
a bodega is just the Brooklyn term for a deli, I guess. Like,
Oh, that's the term.
yeah, go down to the bodega. Like, it's just down there.
And okay, did you eat at many of them though?
I went to one and I got €1 from it.
Was it anything exceptional?
It was really good,
Okay.
but it was a deli euro. Like,
Yeah, it was
that's what it was.
It was the good side of a deli food.
But it was really good.
Okay.
I would go again.
All
I
right.
only went to one bodega though, and I'm loyal.
Was that that's kind of how I was in Israel, to be honest. I'll get to that. But
Yeah.
was that your favorite part of New York? Was that?
Oh man, while the bodegas were cool, I went to this really cool sushi place that was pretty great, and they had like an amazing like line of stuff that you could just like go by, and like they just like laid out their trays, and I was like, man, this is beautiful. I don't have to like talk to anybody. I could just get it and go.
See, some people have a serious problem with that though. Like some people are like the comedian Bill Burr. Like he made a whole segment about like when you have to go do something yourself and still pay for it, like it pisses him off.
Really?
Like, are you like me? I'm a total self-checkout guy. If I could go to a restaurant and make my own stuff, like that's dope. So that I don't the least amount of human interaction possible is the best time.
I like that too because like it's so efficient. You just get it done, get it out of the way, and then you can when you do want to interact with people, you can just do it like doing like anything you want. Like you can do like recreational stuff. You can just chill and like hang out, but like you don't have to be like having them perform a service for you because then it's awkward.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd feel about like cooking my own food. I feel like those really expensive places where you cook
Yeah,
it.
like those places are nice. I like restaurants are a different thing in my opinion because I think eating isn't necessarily like an act of like it's not a task, you know. It's not like work.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's something to enjoy, and it's like kind of like a ritualistic thing.
Yeah, I mean every culture has like their own specific food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's like food brings everybody together. Like every culture has like is centralized, it seems, around like the type of food they eat.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing when you get back from a trip, it's like, how was the food there? You know, like I mean and that's almost the first thing you talk about. And then when you're hanging out with people, you're probably usually eating food.
Yeah.
So it's like,
it's just like something to bond over.
Something to bond over. But
Speaking of bonding, let's bond over this.
Is it time?
It is.
What are we cheersing to, Nick?
Today, we are going to toast to shaving cream.
And we're toasting to shavy cream, so that women can get rid of the hair on their legs. Guys, too, if you're into that.
Get the fur off my legs.
Do you shave your legs, Nick?
I don't. I've shaved one leg, but only one.
Why?
I don't know. Like I didn't do it from my own.
Was that at Brandon's house? No, Josh did that.
Brandon shaved his own leg, but also Josh did. But
I think Josh like regularly shaves his legs.
I don't blame him. Like it feels nice.
I don't know. That's
like,
too much.
Like I don't want to do it because it's too much of a hassle, and at this point I'm so used to just the sensation of my leg fur. But
like playing with your leg fur or like feeling it in your jeans.
Just like having it like. I don't know, like, when you, like, feel your leg, if, like, something's on it or something like that, or you itch, like, I feel like scratching over the hair makes it just that much more satisfying.
Yeah,
and I don't know
I can
why.
see that.
Because, like, when you, like, scratch, like your palm of your hand or something stupid, or, like, the inside of your arm, it's, like, not as satisfying because there's no, like, I feel like the hair adds that extra grit.
Fur or hair is definitely a big game changer. Like, petting an animal wouldn't, like, people who like naked cats.
No.
That is the nastiest looking fucking creature on it. Yeah, I see Sydney back there fucking offended. But it is the most disgusting creature. Like, they're just not right.
It just...
and petting them wouldn't be satisfying. It's so satisfying. So I understand what you mean. If there's hair or fur there, it's satisfying. That's why people like playing with, like, mustaches.
Yeah, like,
or beards
you don't, like, if you don't have, like, the mustache on your face, you don't sit there and, like feel it. Or if you don't have, like, chin hair going, you don't, like, scratch your chin.
Yeah. But ever since I tried to grow out this pedo stash, I've been like, I've been playing with it quite a bit. It's just something to touch.
It's just there. It's something to touch.
I think it's the texture.
Yeah. It's like we were trained when we were babies and like they give you like those baby toys that like won't kill you because you're like stupid and you're a baby.
Yeah, we're just yeah.
And like they're just like rubber bricks of just like textured patterns and like, ooh, this one feels like checkers and like this one's just a triangle.
Do you think it was taught into us or do you think that's like instinctual?
I don't
do you
know.
think there's something instinctual?
I think there is an instinctual reason for it because like think about like.
Does hair bring comfort?
No, but think about like when you like go out and scavenge food or like you like are navigating the forest and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like if you like feel like textured bark and stuff like that, then like that's tree and like
that's tree.
That's like understanding your environment. I feel like that's essential to like us how we process things.
So hair is usually like a living creature. So maybe it's like the feeling of like it's recognition that
and like
it's
like
something.
a sense, it's a source of warmth.
Yeah.
And I guess like also like you like kind of everyone kind of has it. So like when you like you sleep and you snuggle.
But then there's sometimes where it's like, yeah, that's a little bit too much hair. You know? Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like it's when hair is like starts getting in places where it's like
where it shouldn't be.
It doesn't usually.
Well, I guess
show
necessarily it should be. Like, I mean, okay, what are we talking about here? Which side of hair are we talking about?
I think that.
What half of the body?
I'm talking like upper half.
Okay. See, I was on.
Because like
our minds are on two different playing fields.
I think below the waist, like having hair like almost anywhere is pretty exceptional. It's like, and most people have hair everywhere, like below their waist, like
other than like your forehead, that'd be really
like
fucking
see like
weird.
But like above the waist is where it starts getting into like these weird spots that like don't have hair.
Yeah. Or you get like the weird pattern, like the hairy belly button that's kind of bushy, and then it kind of goes down into like a little line, and then it gets back up to bushy on your your chest. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, cause why do you have those little like grippies on the side?
Why do you have the two? Well, some people. I mean,
it's just from like constant use of rubbing.
Do you?
It's like I sit there and like I'll grab someone's torso and just fucking rub it.
Rub the fucking hair off as hard as you can.
I have like I have like lines on the back of my
That's where we were picked up.
my legs.
Oh yeah, me too. My sock line.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I wear like my sock, I think it's my jeans actually, because it's not even where my socks are. It's where my jeans rub, and yeah, it's fucking balding.
I have like one strip around like my upper or I guess like my lower mid leg, but like I think it's from wearing shin guards while playing soccer, because like the Velcro strip that goes around.
Gotcha.
I think it's just like from rubbing all those times, and it was like during my youth, so like I was forming my hormone body.
Okay.
It was just like scratching it off, and it was like, get out of here, you're never gonna grow here, go away. And so like it just stayed away. It never came back.
Okay. See, like for me, it's like I guess I don't really have areas like that. I've always been concerned by like why my arms are so non-hairy, but I'm getting chest hair like I'm 40. Like I still don't understand yet why my arms decided not to be hairy.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really have marks, I guess, where it's like something other than my jeans where it's been rubbing. Is that already shot? Is that...
I believe it is.
Fuck. All right. Well, cheers to shot number 3. Cheers to. God damn it! I do this every fucking time, Nick.
Yeah, you have a hard time.
Cheers to charcoal products, because apparently that's like a big fad right now.
I feel like charcoal is like 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
I've seen charcoal shit like way before where.
But it's at a boom right now.
I don't know. It might be just now catching up, but I feel like the big fad has passed.
Like Rhett and Link are still doing charcoal shit.
Maybe.
They did like. Anyways, cheers to fucking charcoal products. All right. Jesus Christ. What, Nick? Why are we cheersing to it?
We had an argument about it.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I debated it. I refuted your cheers.
Have you ever brushed your teeth with it?
Charcoal?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why would I want my teeth to look like I've been eating Oreos?
That's what I'm saying. But I think, okay, so my sister Ashley, if you go into our bathroom right now, there is charcoal shampoo, charcoal conditioner, charcoal mask, there's charcoal toothpaste, charcoal fucking butt wipes, I bet you. And it's bullshit. I don't understand why.
I feel like a charcoal butt wipe would like do the opposite of what you want it to do.
I kind of want to try it. Fucking Shots and Thoughts butt wipes are gonna be.
We just take turns goating the camera and then like wiping our butt and seeing how like the result was.
Do we gotta blur it though? Yeah, probably.
Do we need to explain what goating is?
Yes, you might have to explain that to me.
So like goating.
Oh yeah, where you tuck the nuts.
When you like bend over, you like tuck your nuts between your legs, so that way like you look like a goat.
And then you bend over and you show. What was the other one? The brain.
That was on
Waiting.
The movie Waiting. Yeah.
Waiting. The movie Waiting, where they do like do different ways to show each other their balls without them knowing it's gonna happen.
They have like the competition.
Yeah, and like the best one was like the brain.
The brain,
where you
just
grab
grip
it. You grab it, and the natural ball sack just looks like a fucking brain. That's so terrible. That's the worst.
I think that shit was genius, and
that movie. Okay, I rewatched that movie and I realized there is no like beginning or end. It's just like a segment in time. There is no end of the story. It seems like. Like, it's really weird. It just kind of like... It's just like a segment and just them just doing their thing, and then it's, like, over.
Yeah, because
there is a little bit of, like...
There's, like, a really loose plot in there, like, tied, like, a through line with the new hire.
Yeah.
But, like...
Other than that, there's nothing.
Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty sketch, but, like... I think that there's each character within the restaurant all have their own individual arcs, and, like, you can, like, trace them. And I think that, like,
they all have their own moods.
It's weird where, like... The main character, I guess, the protagonist that changes the most and like ends up leaving the restaurant. He only appears in like the first and third act.
Yeah,
and like that's where they connect it.
It's really weird.
So like it's like I don't think he was even the main character then.
No,
I think he was actually just like because like sometimes in films what they do is they plant something early in the first act and then they use that as what ties up the third act. Like that's the missing piece. So it's like this like weird thing where like the first and the third act are connected and it like kind of creates like a cohesive story.
So they kind of got that whole middle period to do whatever the hell they want.
Kind of like it more like that one piece will help seal whatever else was going on a larger scale in the first and the third act.
Okay.
So like think of it as the new hire was that seal. Like he was essential in the first act because he was new and he was why this guy was going around talking to all these different people. But like in the third act, or in the middle act, he doesn't really show up besides seeing what's actually going on around, and he like shows some general like resistance, but like
Okay.
other than that,
Okay.
and then in the third act, he shows back up again, and like that's when he
He's
like makes
relevant
his
and-
dramatic change, and like he's like says like this restaurant's fucking stupid, and he leaves it.
I love how like you can talk about movies like on the artsy side of things, and I learned so much about movies, but like, what do I tell you about machining? Like, Nick, do you want to know how like, dude, this cell phone case I got, it's like CNC machine. You want to know how it's made? And you're
Yes.
like, what the
Tell
fuck
me
are you
how
talking
it was
about?
made. Walk me through the process of doing
All the
something.
terms I would use before I started machining, all the terms going into it, I was like, I don't know what any of this fucking means. Like you could have handed me an end mill and I would have called it a drill before I was machining, and most people would. Like, they're like, oh yeah, it's just like a drill, and they're like, you're like, no, it's not. Like, there's so many different
not a
terms
drill.
to machining that nobody.
It's an ML.
It's an end mill. Like, Kyle knows what Kyle's a machinist. He gets it. It's like you don't know the terms until you're there. So like whenever I try to explain machining to people, or if I'm like, I know how this was made, and you start telling them about it, and they're just like fucking like drool hanging out of their mouth. They're fucking dead.
Well, I get that.
Yeah. But like movies, you can actually like explain it because we all experience it. I guess you don't really experience machining in your life.
Yeah, it's like, while it's kind of like how like I go to like concerts, because when I go to concerts, it's like most people are there to watch, but I'm watching, but I'm kind of analyzing.
You're observing.
I'm like
yeah,
just
same,
like watching,
same way.
like looking at like what kind of stuff they're using, and like watching them play, and like watching their hands, and like just like kind of like learning about it. But like, I don't know, other people are just there to like listen and have a good time, and like that's great. But I like to observe.
Depends on what show.
Yeah, there are some shows that are like definitely better off like being
intricate
in
work.
with it.
Yeah, like intricate work. Like I want to observe and watch. But now if it's like just straight beat down or something like just catchy, I'm gonna like feel the music rather than observe.
Yeah,
It's weird. It's a weird vibe.
I think it's like stuff that you already understand. You don't need to observe.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah. That's
when
a good
it's
way
like
to put
the
it.
rhythms, and you're already like you get like
Yeah,
you get
get
it
it.
by hearing it.
Okay, I understand that. Well, shot number 4. What are we cheersing to?
Today, we're going to cheers to hand cream.
Hand cream.
Yes.
See, I want to say something positive about hand cream, but I'm not going to. Because the feeling of anything in between your fingers is probably the worst thing in the entire world. So I say nay.
I get
I
that.
say nay to hand cream.
You know what's worse than the fingers though is the toes.
The toes is fucking awful.
Like if like anything between the toes, like there's those things that like people they get pushed between their toes, like the foam blocks to like separate them out when like you're painting your nails.
Ooh.
I don't know how you could stand that for like more than a second. Like that just sounds god awful.
Yeah, I don't know how I would do that. Well, okay, well, cheers, dude. All right. Well, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about my trip.
Yes.
So it was a good time. Other than the flight, we had 2 layovers on the way there, so it was like in total like 20 hours of flight time. On the way there was like 17 hours of flight time. On the way, we had 1 layover. God damn. On the way back, we had 2 layovers, and that equated to like 20 hours of flight time.
That's a lot.
Travel time from hotel to home was like 28 hours. It was the stupidest shit ever. Like an entire day of my life, non-existent. It never happened. It was just getting drunk on airplanes, and just trying to fall asleep. But I was just getting so drunk that I was just watching movies, laughing my ass off on an airplane, while everybody around me is like, "Please shut the fuck up." And I'm trying not to laugh, but like they have all like the pretty good movies on there.
Yeah.
But
Like,
other
they have,
than
like, a lot of new.
I watched Baywatch. Very disappointed. One of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awful.
I believe that.
With The Rock and what's that one guy's name? That
Zac
all the,
Efron?
Yeah, all the girls.
Zac
are
Efron's
drooling
beautiful
over.
though. I don't care what you say. And
Yeah,
he's not
okay.
like a bad actor. He's
Fucking
been in
The
some really
Rock's
good
more
shit.
beautiful than Zac Efron.
Debatable.
I don't know, dude. I mean, other than his bald ass head, I don't think he's a bald guy. Okay, literally, yes, he's a bald guy, but I don't
think that
I
The
don't
Rock
think
needs to be bald because
I don't know.
Look, okay, no, have you never
has
seen that?
such an
Have you
awkward
never
head.
seen that meme of The Rock where he's sitting there like doing that jazz picture, and like he has like the stupid like perm. It's so curly and it's just awful.
No,
it's like,
I haven't.
Oh god,
But his head's shaped like
it's literally him with hair is literally a joke. Like it's an internet meme.
he looks like his head's Mr. Potato.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But it's okay. It's a trim Mr. Potato. It's not like a round Mr. Potato. The
The
true
back
Mr.
of his
Potato
head is the back of his head is straight up and it's wrinkled. Like it looks like your Achilles tendon on the back of your heel.
Yeah, I get
you know
that.
when you suck it up and it just looks all fucking. It's just so much extra skin that's not needed.
It's just
That's what the
full-
back of his fucking head looks like. It's like, dude, you don't need that. Put some hair on there. You know.
That's
Okay.
like that's all bald people. Like it happens. It's with the head.
Okay.
If you were
Okay.
bald, same thing. If I was bald, same fucking thing.
Okay.
I think everyone just has head folds.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
under there.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I got it too.
You gotta like feel for it.
But that's what the hair is there for. Cover it up.
yeah,
You know.
that's why we keep it. That's why we haven't gotten rid of it yet.
That's why chubby guys keep their pubes. I know that's a really big different, like completely different area. Chubby guys keep their pubes because it doesn't look right if it's bald. If you're ripped and a porn star, you can pull it off. Shave that shit. But if you're chubby, don't. I highly recommend staying away from it. It's the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
You just feel like a giant baby.
That's exactly it, dude. It's like why is this baby so large and why is his penis so small? You know? It just doesn't look right. It's just like it's just so much extra skin that's not needed. It's like I need to cover it up with something. I need some contour, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Nothing wrong with a little bit. Nothing wrong with some texture.
I don't know. Like, okay, I'm a little bit chubbier, and I've shaved bald, and I was like, I've done it once, and I was like, I will never do that again in my life, ever. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, I never got a secondary standpoint on it, like someone else, but I didn't need it. I really didn't.
I was
need
confident enough in my own assessment.
Yes, I was like, I just don't want anybody else to ever see me in that situation.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, back to the Israel trip. Okay, sorry. So, ultimately, great time. People there were some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. Great people. And the weird culture difference there is when you go to a bar, every single bar we went into, they poured you a shot and themselves a shot, and they took shots with you the whole time. And the whole time they gave you free shots. Throughout your meal and drinks, they poured you free, and they call them chasers. So they'd pour you free chasers, and they would take the shot with you. And I'm talking like if you made friends with them, they're giving you 5 free shots, and they take all 5 with you every fucking time.
Damn.
Every single time. We met this guy named Guy, okay? He was our bartender. Coolest dude ever. We kept going to this bar, and we ended up hanging out with him the next night. And our last night, I'll tell you about when we hung out with him, but our last night there, he ended up giving us 8 free shots and took every fucking shot with us throughout the night. Every shot. And that's like in the duration of like 2 hours, but still. And he's still drinking, dude. I'm like, how much do you guys fucking drink here?
Yeah, I don't like. How do you work there?
That's what I'm saying. All right, well, I'll continue. Cheers, shot number 5.
What are we toasting to?
We are toasting to motorcycles.
Motorcycles.
Yeah.
I love motorcycles, but only because like they're the coolest shit in like video games. I've never rode a motorcycle, but you know who does ride motorcycles? The Power Rangers.
Oh, I was gonna say me.
Spider-Man also has a motorcycle for some fucking reason. Why does he need that shit?
Spider-Man has a motorcycle?
It's called like the Spider Bike or some stupid shit. Like,
is that a thing?
yeah, it is.
Yeah, didn't like
that shit's
Batman?
canon.
Batman got one too, right?
Well, yeah, Batman needs one because he can't fucking get around, but Spider-Man doesn't need that shit.
He had a car though.
Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a motorcycle can do shit that cars can't do.
Yeah, touche. All
right.
Cheers. Oh! Foul. I just spilled all over my leg. God. Shot number 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so back onto the bars here. We kept going to this place called the BBB. It was like, yeah, thanks for rubbing my wet spot. Thanks for rubbing my wet spot.
Spilt a little on your leg.
Yeah, sorry. We ended up kept going to this bar called the BBB. It was like Burfus Burger Bar. Okay. That was the name of it, right?
Come get some Burfus.
It was the Burfus Burger Bar. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty good egg.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty good. And we kept just going to the bar section. I kept getting like, they don't serve bacon there or ham because of like religious reasons.
I understand. Yeah.
I understand.
I get that.
We went to one bar and they did serve bacon, and all I got was a bacon sandwich. Literally, it was just
It was just bread and bacon.
No, it's like all the extras, but it was just bacon. It was called just the bacon sandwich. Like,
Okay, yeah.
And yes, it was bacon sandwich. I don't know why they did 2 bacon, but I don't know. Anyways.
It's bacon and bacon.
Bacon and bacon.
It's bacon and bacon.
And we ended up going to this BBB like all the time because the bartenders there were great. We met this girl, and I can never pronounce her name, so I'm not even going to try it. But then we met Guy, which was great because I was there with Buddy. So it was Buddy and Guy. And if any of you have watched Drake and Josh and is a fan of Drake and Josh, you would understand the inside joke of Buddy and Guy.
Man, I love Drake and Josh.
It's fantastic. Drake and Josh was great. And so we met this guy named Guy, and he was badass. He was like 23, and he was just like a young dude, and he was just and he spoke Hebrew, but he also spoke English, but he lived in the UK for a couple of years, so his English was a British accent, which made him that much more sexy to all the girls. All the girls loved him there. It was the funniest shit in the world.
Dude, that's rad as shit.
It was rad. It was really fucking cool. So we hit it off.
I wish I was fucking cool.
Yeah, I do too. Fuck, that's something in common. We wish we were cool. Man. God damn it. Well, we ended up like going there twice, hanging out with the guy. He ended up being really cool. We went out with him the next night when he didn't work. He took us to like the hottest bar in town. Right? He was like, "We'll go there."
We're going to the hottest bar in town.
Yeah, he reserved the spot. Like, you had to reserve a spot to get into this fucking bar. We went in, and weed, marijuana, the M word. All right, if any of you guys watch BuzzFeed, and apparently that's a new racist term, is the M word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so
it's just fucking
we'll
stupid.
We'll continue. But we go into this bar, and it's illegal there. Weed is illegal there, and so it had been like a week from us not smoking, and we were trying to figure out how to smoke there, and we couldn't. And we went to this bar, and he pulls out this little grinder and a little fucking tiny little bag of weed, and it was really, really, really good weed. Some of the best weed I've ever seen, but it was a tiny little bag of it, and then a bunch of tobacco. And they roll spliffs there. I was like, holy shit, are you smoking in here? He was like, yeah, dude, the owner doesn't care, right? And I was like kind of sketched out by it. Starts rolling us joints, spliffs, but I found out that they're paying $40 a gram for weed there. $40 a gram. And so they roll like 80% tobacco, and then they just sprinkle some weed on top. You know, they just sprinkle some weed on top.
Just a dash?
Yeah, just a dash of weed, and they close it. So you're pretty much smoking a fucking cigarette with a little bit of weed in it. So we smoked 8 of them. Literally 8
back-to-back
joints. Yeah, we just kept going. Me and Buddy, they were baked. All the people that were sitting with us were fucking torched. And me and Buddy are like, dude, what the fuck? Like, we're not even high. And they were like, what do you mean? We're like, we were the first state in the United States of America to fucking legalize weed. Like, we get high. I was like, dude, I don't really smoke splits. We smoke pure weed. And they were like, what? They're like, you guys smoke like just pure. They were like, we've only seen that in Amsterdam. I was like, no, that's like what we do. Like,
Amsterdam is lit.
Amsterdam is lit, and all of them have been to Amsterdam, because in Israel you're mandatory to do military time.
Yeah.
Women 2 years, men 3 years, and right after, apparently all of them go on a big trip, and most of them save up money and go to Amsterdam to smoke weed, because you can't do it much there. But anyways, we just smoked all night. Fucking the bartender, I had the joint in my hand. The owner of the bar walks up, and I'm super sketched out. I'm like, oh shit. Like, this guy's walking up, I have a fucking joint in my hand. Well, mostly tobacco, but whatever. You can smell the weed. And he looks at me. He's this tiny little Irish fucking buff dude, right? And I'm like, this guy looks really intimidating. I was like pretty sketched out. And he's like, looks at me, and he's like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, no, I'm just fucking with you, man. Pats me on the back, gives me 3 free shots.
Damn.
And then a free meal and free ice cream.
What a fucking kick-ass guy.
I was like, this is so fucking savage. And we ended up this is the crazy part. They fucking bought us drinks and stuff all night, and Guy fucking hooked us up with a bunch of weed. We had a great night, and then we spent about $70. Our bill was probably like $250, mine and Buddy's. Mm-hmm. But we only ended up like $70 of our own stuff that we bought, and $70 each, so $140 total. I shit you not, dude. We leave that fucking bar. We're walking down the street of Haifa to get home, stumbling down the fucking road, and I find 140 American dollars on the sidewalk.
Just fucking chilling?
Chilling. We spent $140 on the tee, on the dot. $140 I pulled out of the ATM, and we found $140 sitting on the fucking sidewalk in Haifa. Perfectly even.
How does that even happen?
We had the best night of our life, and then it just got that much better. That was honestly one of the best nights of my entire life, and it just fucking Boom, we didn't spend a dime.
Shit.
So that was my night. Like, that was the coolest fucking night I had there, for sure.
All right.
Shot number 6, last shot, dude. What are we cheersing to, Nick?
Today we're gonna cheers to everybody's favorite snack, macaroni.
Is everybody's favorite snack macaroni?
I mean, my favorite food is macaroni. I guess it's a food and a snack. Macaroni. Anytime, any fucking time, macaroni.
I don't know. All right, well, we're cheersing to it.
You're gonna debate that? You're gonna
Macaroni's
debate
extra
that shit?
cheesy. Extra cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can eat macaroni anytime, anywhere. But if I were to be completely honest, the only food that you can eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, and fucking, I don't even know, anything.
He's gonna say cereal.
Cereal. Cereal is the best food ever invented on planet Earth. I would drink cereal at any point in time, no matter what the scenario. And that question that everybody always asks, that stupid ass old question that you got asked in fucking middle school. If you were stuck on an island, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, fucking cereal. Don't give me any shit, dude. Like, it's so satisfying eating
So
cereal.
what cereal? If you gotta choose one.
Don't ask me that question.
Only one.
One cereal. Forever. One cereal.
One cereal. One single cereal.
One single cereal. Okay, two options here that I don't know. I couldn't choose. Either Cocoa Puffs, not Cocoa Pebbles, fuck Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Puffs or Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes are a throwback, but no matter what, when you eat a bowl of Frosted Flakes, you're like, damn, I like Frosted Flakes. Every fucking time. You're like, I don't know if I want it, but when you eat it, you're like, alright, that's pretty fucking great.
Why do you prefer Cocoa Puffs to Cocoa Pebbles?
Cocoa Pebbles are a much different taste. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Cocoa Puffs
agree.
fuck up your mouth.
Mhm.
I will agree. You can't be a fucking pussy when you're eating cereal. You got to be a man because it's gonna fuck up your mouth. But Cocoa Pebbles have a much different taste.
Yeah.
Like Cocoa Puffs are
I
just
like
superior,
Pebbles.
and there's a little bit more air in them, and there's something satisfying about crunching
Yeah.
rather than this fucking just stew of like tiny little fucking pebbles sitting there, and then when they get soggy, which it's bound to happen towards the end of the bowl, it's gonna get soggy, and then it's just this fucking like, it's like paper mache fucking floating in your bowl. I'd rather just have these fucking little soggy nuggets in there, you know? Much better. Much better. Much better. I don't know. How do you feel about cereal? You don't really like milk. That's your problem.
Milk is fucking awful.
All the time we've known each
Everyone
other.
who likes milk. That's okay, you can like milk. But I hate milk, man. It's just not good.
Why? Milk is so good.
There's like, it's just, okay, so the texture of milk, it's thick and it's fucking like, you know it's a body fluid.
Yeah.
And it feels like a fucking body fluid when you drink it.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste great.
Yeah.
When it's warm, it just like, it has a smell to it. And I feel
Yeah.
it smells like the inside of a cow, which is where it comes
It's
from.
the inside of a cow, yeah.
But like, I don't want to eat the fucking inside of a cow. Like, I don't want to think about that shit when I'm eating it.
That's very true. But, okay. This is going to sound really
Plus, milk
weird.
needs to be like pasteurized and shit. And like,
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot of things that
when
happen.
like you milk it, it's like pussy and bloody. It's like nasty.
Hey, man, there's something wrong with that. We eat a lot
There's something wrong with that.
lot of bad shit. We eat a lot of bad shit that we don't realize. You brushed your teeth with fucking poo particles on them. Fucking poo particles. If you leave your toothbrush out, there's poop on. There's poop on it.
Poop particles.
Do you really?
Well, exposure to germs.
What if there's poop
creates
particles in your
resistance
fucking
to
milk?
germs,
What if there's poop particles in your milk? Would that make it better or worse?
I don't think it would have an effect on it because I'm so conditioned to poop particles. So, I mean, that's just me.
No, I disagree. I think milk is fine. The only issue is, okay, I'm about to sound really
You can
fucking
like
weird.
milk, Trevor.
I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
sound okay, Nick.
I
listen.
won't judge you.
I'm gonna sound really weird
But it's
for a
nasty.
quick second. Drinking milk from a cow is weird. Alright, I'm about to sound really weird and I apologize, but it would make much more sense if we were drinking milk from a human. I'm sorry. That sounds weird. That sounds really fucking weird. But I'm very curious to know if we were to drink milk from a human, which, yes, that would require strapping women up and keeping them in a stable.
Not even strapping them up. It would require a consecutive series of women that are constantly pregnant.
Yes.
So it's like as soon as they're not pregnant anymore, retire them. Or
Yes.
I guess not necessarily pregnant,
Retire
but like as soon as like they can't produce milk anymore, I'm sorry, you get a severance pay, you're gone.
Are they paid for getting milked?
Well, they have to be.
They
And,
have
like,
to be.
We're not stepping backwards.
But then
anymore.
then that would be super sexist, and then that would just add more to this liberal stance of like
Yeah, I guess it is kind of sexist, but it's like a market that only can be cornered.
men
by-
can be milked. Isn't that a thing? Can men be milked?
Well, there's sperm
No?
there's sperm donations, and also if you massage your nipples like daily, like for like a month, you can lactate.
Men?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Should we try it? And
I'm
do it
definitely not gonna try that
and take a
because
shot
I don't
of.
have time to rub my
We
nipples
should take a
every day.
we should take a shot of fucking male tit milk.
Where are we gonna get fucking male tit milk?
We'll do it. We'll rub our nipples for a fucking month, dude.
You can rub your nipples for a fucking month. I'm not gonna rub mine. I don't have time to like think
I
about
will
like.
rub my nipples for a month if we can
Fuck.
take. Okay.
Oh goddamn!
okay.
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I gotta rub my nipples.
If
for 10
you
minutes.
take a shot of my nipple milk, I will massage my nipples for a month fucking straight, dude.
If you could produce a fucking shot in a month, then I'll do it. But I don't think you can produce a shot in a month.
I guarantee you, tomorrow morning, I will be doing plenty of research on how to lactate as a male. Other than out of my penis, out of my nipples.
Yeah. Well,
I
okay.
will
So
do it.
what are the conditions of this? Because like I'm a little bit drunk. I'm a little
Yep.
bit sick.
Same.
So like
You
I
are,
can't,
yeah.
you gotta explain to me what's going on.
What do you mean?
So like a month starting from tomorrow, like you're gonna produce a
I will start.
a full
I will
shot
start
of-
rubbing my nipples immediately
so
tomorrow
you-
morning.
Yeah, you'll start tomorrow, but are you gonna produce an entire shot starting in a month from now, or are you gonna produce an entire shot starting in a month from after you can start lactating?
I cannot currently answer that question because I don't know how
We
it's gonna
need
work.
the terms of this bet before I accept it.
I don't know how it's gonna work. Okay, I think if I am able to produce 2 full shots of milk, no matter what the circumstances, I think you have to drink it. I don't care what the contract is.
Okay, what if we make milkshakes with it?
Milkshakes? That would be badass.
Yes.
And then we have to carbonate
Human
it.
fucking milkshakes.
Yes. All right. Human Trevor Mohan, official.
Let's pick a fruit. Let's
Titty
pick a
milk.
fruit. What kind of fruit do you want? If you're gonna put something else in your milkshake.
Strawberries.
Strawberries? Can we just crush up Oreos and put it in mine?
Could we mix it like a strawberry Oreo?
I don't want strawberry Oreo. I just want fucking Oreo.
Fuck you.
Throwing the strawberry on there is unnecessary
All right,
tang to
all
my
right,
already
fair.
delicious blend.
I thought you
of
said a
creamy cute.
fruit. Did you say fruit?
I did say fruit.
You say fruit and then you throw out fucking Oreo? Like, if I could choose from the entire range of foods, that would be better.
Well,
Is
the
it the
Oreo.
end of
I
this
think that
podcast?
Oreo is
God
a
damn
fruit.
it.
Are we? What's our time looking at?
The battery's about to die.
The battery's about to die. Are you shitting me?
Okay, are we? How close are we?
That was a brand new battery.
We're done.
We've already done 6 shots.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! All right.
Okay,
cool.
okay. I'm just gonna like summarize this up. Milk. For some reason, I feel like it would make more sense if we drank human milk other than cow milk. I am
Okay.
much more attracted to a
Human
to
milk over cow milk.
Yes.
That's the important thing.
Leave a comment and
Do you
leave
like
a comment.
human milk?
Would you rather drink human milk than this cow? When you look at a beautiful woman, or I mean maybe even an ugly woman, would you rather drink the milk from their tit or like go over to a cow
That's
and
subjective.
stand in a field and watch a cow and like which one would you rather drink milk from?
I mean, the cow has like 4 nipples, which like is efficient.
Is it 6 or 4?
4?
Really?
It's definitely not 6. That's dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. All right. Well, we're gonna get on to the aftercast smash now.
Postcast smash starting soon.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you correct us on our fucking terrible like facts. I mean, they're not facts. They're just what
like,
we
I guess
think.
what we think. Let me give you some life advice. Let's close
Oh
this
yeah.
out.
All right. Well, really quick. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram at Shots and Thoughts. Everything Shots and Thoughts. And now let's listen to some Nick's life advice.
All right. To be weird is to stand out, and it's those who stand out that are remembered. You never think about the last great bank accountant, but you do remember the last great pop star. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson.
MJ, peace out.
All right.
All right. I didn't think we would end on Michael Jackson, but that fucking worked.